Good evening, North America. My name is Aliesca Sarmiento, and tonight we are going to receive an important information that is going to make our business grow faster. And for that, we have a woman that is known by her gift and service and focus on this business. She's an industrial engineer. She has been developing this business during 2 years with amazing results. With you, our Diamante Maria Alejandra Lopez.
Thank you, Aliesca, for your words. Good evening to all members of the team GanoExcel US. For me, it's a great pleasure to be here and to share with you a little bit of my experience. Tonight, we are going to talk about a very important skill that all networkers should develop in order to be successful. And the skill is how to close and to handle objections. I knew last week training was about how to present GanoExcel opportunity, and I have to tell you that in my experience, if we want to be effective with closing, we don't want people to don't come out with lots of questions and objections. We have to assure to give an effective presentation, to be able to show the greatness of our company, our product compensation plan, but mostly to share the vision of our company, which we all know in such a way our guests will understand that their goals in life fit into GanoExcel vision. Making a presentation with passion, with attitude, with a strong belief in our project reduce significantly the amount of questions and objection right after the presentation. If you, during the presentation, you make, for example, your guests to understand that you are part of a renowned company with worldwide presence, solid financially speaking, people will never think it's a scam, so they will never present this objection at the end of the presentation. If during the presentation you share the benefits of the product, talking about your own story or the story of a member of your family, of someone who's part of your team, probably at the end of the presentation, they won't ask if the product does work. If you show them that actually with $1,000 you won't rise or you won't start any company or business, probably at the end they won't say that that's a lot of money. If you show them to how through 2 people they can build a greater team, they won't say they don't know people. And if you show them the strong power of leveraging, they won't tell you they need thousands of hours to develop the project if they work intelligent. So basically, if you present with passion and with the correct arguments, the closing process will get easy and people will be ready to make a decision whether yes or no, because we have to understand also that closing is not only yes, it's also to accept a no from people. So having said that, I will tell you that the objective tonight is to support and help prospect with decision making, with this the aim, which is the aim of closing and handling objections. So closing is one of the most simplest network marketing skills, and never forget to support the decision making with the proper tools. Your purpose during the presentation is to get to close and sponsor your guests. So be prepared to people to say yes. So ensure yourself that you have the tools, the affiliation contract, and that you know the affiliation process. Be sure also that you have a phone close by and that you know the hotline number of GanoExcel in order to proceed with the payment and affiliation. You also have to know that not everybody will make their mind up in the first appointment, so you will also to do the follow-up process with them through different stages, such as coffee break, groupal coffee breaks, open and group meetings. I'm aware that in cities where you live right now, you don't have the system fully operating, but you still have plenty of stages to get the closing done, as the ones I mentioned before, as group meetings, coffee break, success cycle meeting. I want to tell you and to share with you that when I start the project in Cartagena, We were out also of large events such as Open and Super Saturdays. So we had the same situation as you have right now. But we start making coffee breaks every day and one-to-one every day. And once a month, we used to do groupal coffee breaks in our home or in community areas. So we start doing this for 6 months, and at the end of 6 months, we have the people mass that we have created in order to have our first Open and our first Super Saturday. So now I have given you the secret to upgrade the system in your cities to the next level. And I have to tell you that it's all about one-to-one and coffee breaks and creating mass. So you have different kind of tools in order to support decision making, and the first one is the events. So you have to know that you have to take people through the smallest event to the largest one. You also have the magazine, the CD, and the DVD, and in this part I have to tell you that it really works to become a storyteller. So you have to get to know the story of all the different diamonds, all the success story. So when people tell you that they cannot do the business because one reason or another reason, you can tell them a short story that you can use to debate your guest question. For example, if someone tells you they don't have time, money, or people to start the project, you can shortly tell them the story and show them the magazine to show them how other people solved the same issue and get to be successful instead of it. If you also have the chance to visit our corporate office in Los Angeles, California, it's also an excellent tool to get to close your prospect. And definitely a very effective tool is the third-party voice, because it can generate affinity. Sometimes the same argument told by another person will work effectively. Sometimes people strengthen their decision if they listen the story of a third, of if other person debate them the objection they have. So if you have meeting with another members of your team, do not hesitate to introduce them to your guests or to set a second appointment to do so. It can also be done by Skype meeting with the leaders from Colombia, or among you guys which are in different cities of the United States. You can also help each other to close your guests or follow-ups. And finally, the success cycle meetings are also super powerful to close your guests. The meeting where you plan the activities you will do during the week, they are also very effective because they work very good as second appointment, as this also accomplishes the purpose of social proof, and it will help your guest to understand he will be part of a team. So which are the possible answers after the presentation? A person can say yes. So after a yes, you have to immediately set an agreement. You have to ask your guest, how are you going to pay? How is he going to pay? You need to know the method. Is he going to pay by credit card, by debit card? Second question, when are you going to do it? Do you want to do it right now? And then you can have an immediate payment, so you can explain the person the importance of the position, so he will be able to assure a position right away. And the third question is, where do we meet to proceed with payment? Maybe you are doing a presentation online, or maybe the person doesn't have the card with him, so you need to arrange immediately a second appointment in order to proceed with the payment. But maybe that person will tell you that he doesn't know, he's not sure about joining the project or joining your team or not. So what you have to do is ask him, what does he need to take a decision? And in order to debate the objection, use a tool. We already mentioned a different kind of tool you can use to do so. You can also promote the following stage, maybe a coffee, maybe an open, a success cycle, a team meeting, an Skype meeting, and Skype presentation, or maybe online presentation. And very important, during this appointment, you have to get to book the next appointment. Otherwise, it will be, maybe it can get difficult to book the second appointment, so it's better to do it right away. Maybe if the person is not interested in joining the project as a team builder, maybe that person can be interested in the benefits of the product. So it's very important to you to reinforce the product need, the product benefits, and to enroll this person as product consumer. You can also ask this person for referrals, because maybe that person is not really interested in joining the project, but maybe he know or there are people around him that will be interested in the product. So don't lose the chance to ask this person for the numbers of these people, because it can really connect you to other leaders that can be part of your team. So never forget at the end of your presentations to mention and to share with the prospect the reason why you started the business. It's very important for you to be honest, because that will allow you to get to connect with the other person. You also should mention your guests why, because maybe it's your friend, probably you know these people, you know their trouble, you know their issue, so you can really connect with that person if you are really honest and if you are able to express the real reasons why you started this project. So after sharing these reasons, never forget to set clear agreements. The clear agreements are the step which will allow you to really get to the payment, to the real closing, which is basically the reason we are interested in. And as a second step, book the next appointment. Either it was a yes, either it was a I don't know, either it was the answer was I need to know, I want to know more information, I want to research, I want to read. It's really important to book the next appointment immediately. And never forget that your own story and the follow-up tools that the system provides you are the best element to handle effectively the most frequent objections, which are money, time, or people. It's very important that every time that people shows you an objection such as money, you tell that person your own story about how you get the money in order to start. Maybe you had lots of trouble to do it. Maybe you had to ask for a credit card. Maybe you had to ask a friend or borrow money. Tell your guest the story, so maybe he will find a way. He will get affinity with the way you use, and he will use the same way. The way it works also with time, and it works also with people. And the most important thing that you need to remember that the technique, the things that I just explained are just like the 10% of the closing and objection management, because they're really, which is really important here is your attitude, is the strong belief that you have in the project, is the passion the other people feel when you're explaining the project, is the security, the authenticity, because always remember that people want to join teams which are winners. So people need to feel this during the presentation. No matter if you get to do the closing and objection management just in the structure I just mentioned, that is not enough. What is really important, the 80% of the closing, of the success in a closing, is the passion, the security, and the authenticity. So for me, it was a great pleasure to share this information with you. I hope it was useful, and I hope to see you in the next time, guys. I hope to see you every Monday here connected and training, because we are going to take all America. Bye.